When it comes to running training, some people are so dumb with the way that they do it. They think they're doing themselves a favor, they think they're giving themselves an advantage, but they're really just giving themselves a shortcut to an injury or a plateau in performance. So today, I want to have a quick look at what some of the dumbest running mistakes are when it comes to your training and how we can avoid them. Let's have a look. Let's get started by looking at the two categories of runner who are making the biggest mistakes, both on opposite sides of the spectrum. I saw so many different athletes jump into this trap. So they'll run their 400s or their Ks all at race pace. Now, this is a shortcut to injury. It's a shortcut to tiredness because there is only so much hard running that our body can handle. And if we're trying to do it each and every session, we're not doing ourselves any favors. We're doing ourselves a massive disservice. The other side of the track is the plotter. If you're thinking that you want to see some solid improvements in your distance running and you're just going to do it all through running slow for as long as you possibly can, you're in for a rough wake-up call. Though easy running does serve its purpose from time to time in recovery, building up our aerobic capacity, it's not the be-all and end-all. So if you really want to have to turn on the speed come race day, we're going to have to step it up a little bit. So what we want to find out is if these two approaches to running by themselves are dumb, what is a good training plan that you can apply? Well, just like there's always room to go hard and there's always room to go easy, we've got to find the perfect little balance which suits you as an individual. Not what someone else is doing that looks good on Strava, but what you as an individual respond to. But to start with, we've got to have an honest look at the training program that we're taking part in right now. Which category do you fit into? All of us seem to fit into one, unless we've been at it for a while and we've already caught ourselves out on it. Are you a bit of an overtrainer, an over racer? Are your best training performances happening on the track? Come race day, maybe you thought you were going to lift up, it turns out that was the end of your limit. It's okay. First step is just acknowledging the fact that it's happening. Secondly, are you one of the plotters? If you're one of the plotters, it's okay. We've got to acknowledge it so we can work on it. But once we've acknowledged it, how do we define, how do we structure, how do we improve our training so that we're getting the most out of ourselves so that come race day, we are ready to roll? So to be honest, the biggest mistake that so many of us fall into when it comes to being an overtrainer or a plotter is we don't have enough structure in our running training. We need to get a little bit of structure so we're not only giving ourselves a chance to smash out a really hard session, because they are important, but we're also balancing that with some recovery running. How do you do it? How do you structure it? Let me give you the most basic structure, if you don't have one, to just get you set up so that you've got a little bit of a balance throughout your training week. Now, depending on your running ability, depending on how long you've run for and depending on how many days a week you are running, is going to dictate exactly how we structure your running training. But the goal is, I'm going to say you want to have at least 2 hard sessions in your week. You don't need to go more than that. 3 starts to push the envelope towards being a little bit too much. 1 is maybe not quite enough. I would encourage you on a Tuesday and a Thursday with a day in between to inject some faster running into your week. Whether you're a 1500 meter runner or whether you're a marathon runner, the same thing is true. So on a Tuesday, you might inject 8 by 400 meters with a 60-second recovery. 400 meters being done at like a 6 or 7 effort level out of 10. And then on the Thursday session, maybe you think, all right, I'm going to do something a little bit longer. You might do 4 by 1K at your goal 10K race pace with a 90-second recovery. The good thing about having the structure like that is it gives you a little bit of a limit as to how fast you should be running. So if you get to the last 400 and you think, oh, I'm just going to smash it, I'm going to leave everything on the track, you can go, hang on a second, it's Tuesday, this session's designed to be run at a 10K pace or at a 5K pace. You can pull yourself back a little bit there. Having that structure in place means you're not going to be doing it every day. It's Tuesday and Thursday. Having the time or effort guide in place means you're not going to smash yourself to the ground, leaving yourself exhausted. On the other days that surround that particular run, say if you're running 5 days a week, you might use Sunday as your longer run. If you've got questions about how far your long run should be, feel free to whack that question in the comments below. I'll work with you more specifically on that to come up with something that's a little bit suited to what it is that you're training for. And then on a Wednesday, so the day between the session, you might get out for a nice easy run, that real plod run. That's where the plod is justified. It's a chance for that blood to be flushed through your body, for your legs to get a little bit of a workout that's not too heavy, just to help them recover between the two sessions so that you're ready for the next one. Then maybe on Friday you go out for another easy run. What we're looking at there, it's a little bit of a general structure, but the beauty of this general structure is it suits everybody. You get 2 sessions done, you're getting at least 3 easy runs done, and they're all complementing each other. You're not just leaving everything on the track, and you're not just turning into a plotter. You're getting a unique combination of both. If you have any specific questions on what it is that you're training for, the challenges that you are having, shoot your questions or your comments down in the comments below. Let's you and I continue that conversation. I might be able to point you in the right direction, help you out, help you find your feet with your training. Guys, if you're enjoying this content here, we've got stuff coming out every week, so you might want to hit subscribe so you're kept up to date. As always, I'm going to let you know that we've got far more at the Relaxed Running membership. So if you want to check that out, jump over to relaxedrunning.com.